Hey, welcome to another update on building the H.M.S. Victory cross-section. So in the last video I showed how I tapered the masts, or the spars I should say, and they are finished by now. So see them over here. They have been tapered on two sides, at least for the spars, and these thingies, I don't know what they're called, but they are tapered on one side. I blackened the tips of it, as you can see. It's actually only supposed to be done for this one, which is the top spar, but I kind of like the look of it, so I did it for all the spars. Adding these bits of wood was a bit of an experiment. This is the first time that I've done that. A small tip for if you're also going to do this: it really helps if you put a small chamfer on the edge of the wood, then they lock in place much better. But yeah, all in all it worked pretty well, I think. So they have been lacquered in the same color as the rest of the ship, so 3 coats of lacquer and then 2 coats of varnish, the same as it was done for the rest of the ship. And while I was varnishing it, I also decided to varnish the base. So this bit is now also varnished. So yeah, I was planning to install these, but then I realized maybe it would be a good idea to place the cannon first, because that's tricky business and I have to pick up the model a few times. And if these spars are attached, then probably they will break off or get damaged or something. And I was already working on the cannon previously, because at that point the mast was not in, but now it is in, so let's start working on it. I'll quickly show you what I've done. Let me just adjust the light a bit here, yeah, like this. So fancy rotating thing, it's super handy for this type of demonstrations. So let me show you, I'll shoot it around, it's easier like this. So the cannon over there, I just attached the white wires, I still have to cut it off, but you can see that it's attached to the hull with 2 blocks. And there are these 2, I don't know what to call them, but just to attach some wire to it. This was supposed to be something else, I guess, I don't know what. Probably a eyebolt through the deck, but I thought it's a really thin deck. I mean, if I put a eyebolt through there, it will stick through and it's ugly from below. So I chose this solution. I'll just show you from up close. Oh, sorry, it went somewhere. There's a box of these things, like that. So they are threaded. I cut off the threads and then added a bit of wire through the hole, and that's when you get that kind of stuff. Works pretty well, and I have enough of them to do all of the cannon, because there are 6 cannon and 2 per cannon. It's 12 of those. So all in all, that works pretty well. It was a bit tricky to place all these eyebolts, because it needs to leave enough space for the blocks to not touch each other. And it just barely fit like this. And tricky thing is that these are the biggest cannon. The 2 decks above it each have a smaller cannon, and the smallest one is at the top. So I am now installing the top one. You can see over there. So basically the same setup, but I changed one thing. Let me point with something. The block that is over over there, it is glued straight onto the hull. There was no space to attach an eyebolt and then thread it through the eyebolt. The cannon is simply too small, and also I want it to stick out of the hole a little bit, otherwise it's just a bad look, I think. So I decided to go for this approach. I'm trying it on this side, and if it works, I'll do that probably for the other remaining 3 canon as well. But all in all, it looks pretty good. I think the white wires, I don't know, the ropes are pretty nice. I think like this. I still have to add the cannon hatches on the outside, and there will be some wire going here over the top of this. I still have to figure out how to attach that. I don't know yet. I probably should work on that now that I think of it. But yeah, all in all, it's going pretty well. There's a lot to do, of course. The rigging is a lot of work. Considering adding sails rolled up to the spar, by the way, so not completely hanging down. But I don't know yet, because I also always, when I'm working on these models, I'm considering both what's pretty, what's practical, also what I want to learn. And want to make sure that I keep learning stuff from this project, and there's not that much that I can learn from it. Some stuff, but not that much. And what I like most about the hobby is the creativity of figuring out solutions of problems you encounter, or doing something completely new and not knowing how to do it. A good example is up here, that tapered bit of wood was it took me some experimentation to get the right form, and now it's something I can easily make. Pretty proud of that. But anyway, I think it's time that I continue building this thing, because there are a bunch of other projects also waiting to be made. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.